Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. As usual, we're going to be looking at the messages that are here for you. It's actually interesting, Capricorn, because when I was about to start your reading, I was about to press record, and we have one of those, like, what would you call them? Like reggae buses, the buses that, ferry people around. We call them combis in Zimbabwe, but I don't know what they call them in other countries. But they're not like buses. They're public transport. Anyway, so they play really loud music when they're going past. And the song that was playing was like, "Don't worry about a thing." And I was like, oh, okay. So I felt compelled to tell you that the divine is saying that for some of you, you are worried about something, and to go and listen to that Bob Marley song, because it really just like lifted my spirits, because the guy was waiting for someone to get in the bus, and he was waiting outside, and the bus was waiting there for a while, and the song was playing. I was just like, okay, you can go now. I get the message. So that is going to be your song for the day, okay? Because the divine is saying that it's important for you to remember that don't worry, everything is going to be all right, okay? So, divine, I have passed on the message, because usually when I'm doing my readings, when something happens, it means that there's a message there. So I know that there's someone out there who needed to hear that message, who needed to hear that reminder, who maybe needed to go and listen to that song, okay? So, let's get started. First card that is coming up for you, you're being told that it is important to treat yourself because you deserve it, okay? You show up for other people, you take care of other people. The divine is saying, do you show up for yourself? Do you treat yourself? Please don't forget about yourself, and don't always be making sure that everyone is all right and forgetting about you. The divine is saying, treat yourself after this reading. And sometimes, when we're talking about treating ourselves, we always think about the big things, like I'm going to go on holiday and I'm going to go and do the things that I really love. But treating yourself could be something as simple as just going out and going for a walk by yourself, buying yourself your favorite ice cream, and just enjoying and maybe just indulging in the moment. So again, the divine is saying that it is important to treat yourself. You deserve it. You work hard, you show up, but remember that if you don't allow yourself time out, if you don't acknowledge yourself and give yourself that pat on the back, you don't feel like you're achieving anything. You don't feel like you're getting anywhere. So take time to sit down and to look back at all the little accomplishments that you achieved this week, this month, this year so far. And you're going to be proud of yourself, because I really feel that many of you have come a long way, okay? The next card that is here, the divine is saying that it is important for you to start a gratitude journal. Why is this important? Because remember, this last sentence I told you, it's about looking back, and it's about seeing all the accomplishments, and it's about acknowledging them. Because for some of you, you only acknowledge yourself when you've achieved the big things, but it is the little things that keep you inspired, that show you that you're actually getting somewhere, you're gaining momentum slowly, and before you know it, it's a big snowball. So the divine is saying, start a gratitude journal, okay? Show the gratitude things, or the things that you're grateful for. And also at the same time, start another chapter showing and telling yourself how grateful and thankful you are for how you show up for yourself. How grateful and thankful you are that this week you didn't procrastinate, that this week you showed up powerful, that this week you didn't let that person take advantage of you. You didn't let anyone use you as a doormat, that this week you're so grateful that you reinforced your boundaries and you spoke up when it was time to speak up. And what happens? This starts planting in your subconscious mind that these things are important. Even though they might be trivial, they are important. And as your subconscious mind starts seeing that these things are important, it starts creating more opportunities for you to show up for yourself and to create those little wins, okay? Next card that we have, the divine is saying that it is important for you to understand that, listen, you are going to be glowing soon. So glow through what you're going through right now, okay? You are going to be going through a glow up very soon. So it is important for you to celebrate yourself, like I was already telling you. It is important for you to see how you always show up, how you don't give up, how you have that drive and that determination like no one else that you know. Even though life is challenging, yes, but you feel that deep within you there is this drive, there is this belief that you are going to make it all the way to the top. One day you will be number one. There is that drive that is there, no matter what is currently going on. So the divine is saying that soon, like I told you, you are going to be celebrating because you took the time to celebrate the little wins. And the little wins reminded you that you are making progress. The little wins inspired you to keep going. Those little wins that you wrote down is evidence to your brain, to your subconscious mind, to your soul, that you are actually going places and things are shifting for you. So it is really important to understand that message that is there, because the divine is saying when you show up and celebrate the big things only, it becomes more challenging and difficult. But when you show up and celebrate the little things, you start having faith in yourself. And this is really important. And if you are understanding the message that is here right now that the divine is giving you, it is important to comment 77 in the comment section below. And as I was saying that, the clock was at 7:07. Okay, so comment 777 in the comment section below, and you're going to be seeing that things will shift and change for you, okay? The last oracle card that we're going to be getting, the divine wants you to understand that it is important for you not to lose yourself to any struggle, okay? Because very soon, you are going to be here, having made it. Very soon, you are going to be seeing that the achievements start becoming easier and easier. It is almost like you've put on your superhero cape on and you're just flying all the way to the top of the mountain. The divine is saying that for some of you, this is a reminder that you maybe haven't observed in the past, or maybe no one's ever put it in this type of words, but you need to understand. As a Capricorn, you are ruled by the energies of Saturn. Saturn is Father Time. Saturn delays things. So for some of you, even though you show up, you work harder than anyone else, you never see yourself being celebrated. You never see yourself being acknowledged for all the effort and the time that you put into that project, into that company, into that thing. But that's okay. Because the divine is saying you're starting to remember that Saturn delays things. You are not the sign who is just going to be given things on a plate, because Saturn makes you work for your blessings. And I want to say something to you. Saturn is the type of planet that doesn't care how much you cry. Saturn is not going to give you an easy ride, because like I told you in a couple of readings past, go back and listen to those readings. You were built different. You were built to be a warrior. So if life is just a red carpet being rolled out for you, when it is time for you to go to battle, how are you going to know how to navigate? How are you going to know how to win those battles? So everything that you've gone through up to this point was preparing you to be that warrior, was preparing you to be rewarded, was preparing you to receive your crown. So it is important for you to understand that Saturn is not a benevolent planet. Saturn is a malefic planet. Go and start reading, researching, and understanding the power that Saturn has over you. Because you need to understand how astrology works. And when you start understanding how astrology works, it makes you understand that you cannot just sit there and cry and expect things to change. because Saturn is not like Jupiter. Saturn is not going to bring in blessings for no particular reason. No, you're going to have to prove that you deserve those blessings. But the thing is, okay, that I wanted you to take away from this message right now is that Saturn, even though he is a malefic planet, and Saturn is the type of, I always visualize Saturn as the what do you call it? The teacher, not even the teacher. Like when you go to university, the professor, right? I always visualize Saturn like being the professor. And the professor sees the warrior within you. The professor sees the gifts and the talents that is within you and believes in you absolutely. And guess what happens? They are harder on you because they know what you are capable of. They know that you can produce something magnificent that has never been produced before. So what happens? You write your essay and you think you've done a good job, but you know that halfway through you procrastinated and you just hurried through. But the essay was good, right? You go and hand in that essay to your professor. The professor just looks at it and says, "Nope, rubbish, go and do it again." And you're like, "What? But I know the other people didn't even put as much effort as me." And it's like, "No, go and do it again." And this time you go and do it again and you put a little bit more effort. You come back, you hand your essay in, Saturn reads it and no. You can do better than this. You go back and try again, you bring that essay back, Saturn reads it and it's still a no. And now you're getting annoyed and now you're getting frustrated because you feel like you're wasting time. Everyone else is busy out there having a good time. They didn't have to work as hard as you. And you're feeling like, oh, this professor hates me. And you come back. This time you really put in the effort. You really show up with everything. And when you give in that assignment, the professor's like, "I'll get back to you." And now you've got all that anxiety, you're wondering, was it good? Was it not good? And then when all the results are announced, guess who is top of the class? You are. So this is the energies that you're working with. And this is the reasons why I'm taking more time with you, because you have the energies of Pluto going through your sign right now. And Pluto is that energy that will put you through hell and back. And if you're not prepared, this is when you feel depressed. This is when you feel like, what's the point? I show up and it's never good enough. So I want to remind you that the end goal is going to be magnificent. This is why you receive this card that is here, that is telling you to glow through what you go through. You're not going to fold and crumble. You're not going to die. No, you are a warrior. And so don't start losing yourself to the struggle. The professor hates me. Saturn is this. Poor me. Why is this? Because you're being built for something that is going to be extraordinary, because you were born with extraordinary resilience and strength within you. Okay? So the divine really wanted me to channel those energies and to tell you that you will be at the top and you will be celebrating. But the key to this is to show up with your all. You cannot pussyfoot around. You cannot just think you're just going to be like Leo. They can use their charm. They can just use their presence and they can charm anyone. And suddenly they're getting good marks. But you worked harder than them. You stayed up all night. You really worked hard. And it is not fair. But at the end of the day, it is all about understanding your chart and understanding your weaknesses, your strength, and where life is going to kick you down and is not going to care. Because you came into this life with soul contracts. You came into this life with karma that you need to work through. It is what it is. And it is up to you to understand that, so that you can roll your sleeves and understand that if you show up, life will be so much better for you, that you outshine everyone. This is why Capricorns get to the top of the mountains. And usually when you get to the top of the mountains, what happens? You want to go back down and help other people. I want you to go on YouTube and type in mountain goats, okay? Those mountains that climb, those goats that climb mountains that are like this, like literally they're vertical. And when you look at this mountain, you just think there is no way, absolutely no way this mountain goat is gonna climb that mountain. And guess what? Other animals cannot get up there, but the mountain goats get up there. How do they get there? With strategy, one step at a time, strategy, one step at a time. Sometimes they slip and fall, but it's okay because they get to the top of the mountain, and apparently up there, there's some really delicious tasting, I don't know what it is that they're eating up there, but they have the motivation. So equally in you, the divine instilled a motivation, a burning desire to get to the top, just like that mountain goat. It has that burning desire to get to the top so it can get whatever plant it is that it's eating. I absolutely beg you, go and look up mountain goats. When you feel down and out, when you feel like you can't do it again, watch those mountain goat videos. And remember, this is your archetype. This is the energies that you're bringing, that you're working with, especially if you're a Capricorn rising, especially. I am a Capricorn rising, so I know. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to be getting our tarot cards in the comment section below. If you watch that whole thing, because that was like a channeled message, that was like a divine loving message that the divine wanted to look at your life in a completely different light, understanding the built, your archetype. When you understand that, you accept what it is, because you know that at the end of it, there is something amazing that is going to happen for you. So comment in the comment section a little mountain and a little goat, and understand that you are the mountain goat, and you will get to the top. And when you get to the top, you feel like this, like celebrating. You feel like this type of energy that is here. You glow through what you went through. Okay. So as I'm getting your tarot cards, I always take this opportunity to remind you of the candle magic ceremonies that I'm offering. I'm currently preparing for the 1st of August ceremony that is going to be connected to the full moon. So if you're wanting to be part of the full moon candle magic prayer ceremony, please go to the description box below. Go on my website, reserve your space. And then please remember to write your petition about what it is that you want me and my guides, my ancestors, to be praying about. So me and my guides and my ancestors will come together and we'll do all the magic, the prayers, everything that we need to do. If you haven't seen some of the services, I'll link a video at the end of this reading, or you can go to the shorts section of this channel and you can see the type of ceremonies that I do. Okay, so what you currently need to know at this present moment in time, I swear you received this card yesterday. Go and watch yesterday's reading. I'm 99.9% sure that the Temperance card came up. So the divine is saying that what you're currently not seeing at the moment, okay, in this reading is that you need to see, accept, understand what you're working with. And this is the reason why the divine took the time to allow me to channel that message for you about the mountain goat. And so it is important for you to accept things for what they are, to accept the journey for what it is. When you don't fight against the energies of Saturn and you accept the energies for what it is, you start going with the flow, okay? And you start realizing that you are not navigating this journey alone. You've got your guides, your ancestors, you've got everyone who's going to be assisting you, but it is up to you to come to peace with your chart, with the karma that you brought into this life, so that you can transcend your chart. And this is the whole purpose of astrology, is to allow yourself the understanding so that you can transcend, you can smash through everything that you were born with in this lifetime. Okay, I'm currently going to be starting to be doing the equivalent to a bachelor's degree in astrology. So I'm really excited. So being a Capricorn, I'm very much all about learning and really trying to get to the roots, trying to get to the meat of the matter, so that when I'm helping you guys, when I'm assisting you guys, I really understand the energies that are there. Because for me, I feel that I am here, okay? I've come to terms with my chart. It wasn't easy, and like I told you, I will share the story, my life story, because it was very, very, very absolutely difficult. But at some point, I had to make that realization of the energies that I was born with and how I have to work with my chart. And I started really diving deep into my own astrology so that I can understand what I was meant to be doing in this life, and understand the challenges that I was born with, and understand how to transcend those challenges and to accept that Saturn rules my chart. And so there is nothing that is going to be handed on a plate. I work the hardest, I do the most, and I'm rarely ever recognized, but that's okay, because it is a journey. And when you accept the journey, you stop looking for the recognition. When you accept the journey, you stop looking at the rewards. And then guess what happens? They start coming after you. When you do the work that you're meant to be doing, when you show up how you are meant to be showing up. Okay, so let's have a look to see what our tarot cards have to say. Wonderful energies, love this for you. What we have already spoken about. Literally, this is a what's it called? Shining the light on these cards that are here. I told you, you're going to be glowing through what you are currently going through. You have the energies of 777. So if you still haven't commented 777 in the comment section below, what are you doing? Comment 777 in the comment section below, because you're starting to understand yourself a lot better. Through understanding, you do better, and you start opening and unlocking doors a lot quicker. You start journeying through the maze to get to the other side a lot faster. Instead of going round and round and feeling confused and feeling frustrated and going like this, you start understanding, this is what I'm working with. That's okay. It is what it is. And you start making that journey and going with the flow a lot easier, with a lot less stress. Okay, so our card that is clarifying the glow through what you go through, you're receiving your wishes coming true card. So can you see how the energies and the confirmation is here? The energy that is here is the divine helping you understand that when you show up, when you are willing to walk the walk, you are going to be seeing that luck starts walking with you and things start getting easier. You're going to be feeling like the wind behind your sails pushing you and propelling you forward. You're going to start seeing that your lucky breaks start coming in. The Nine of Cups is your wishes coming true. So the divine is saying that you are indeed going to be receiving your wishes. Your wishes will come true. You will be glowing through what you're currently going through. So don't lose hope, okay? Because it is really important for you not to lose hope. You had our card that was telling you to treat yourself because you deserve it, clarifying that you have the energies of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a reminder that it is important for you to look after your mind. The swords operate on the mental plane. And when you allow yourself to understand that yes, the journey is going to be long, but it is going to be worth it. Because before you are going to be the queen of your castle, you're going to be calling the shots, and you are going to be knowing and understanding how to run your castle in a way that creates more and more wealth, in a way that creates more and more wisdom, in a way that is going to be seeing you looking back and being grateful of the journey that you went on, of the battles that you went on. So the divine is saying, treat yourself, because you're understanding that you are not in any type of rush. Because I told you, Saturn controls time, and Saturn is slow, painfully slow. I want to know in the comment section below if you feel that you're a late developer in life. Because I usually see this as a common thread in most Capricorns, especially Capricorn rising. So it just feels that sometimes life is really slow for you. Maybe even like hitting puberty, everything happens slow. Even like going through school, maybe you didn't get all the good grades. You were maybe just average, but then towards the end, you were starting to work your way to the top of the class. Maybe even when you started your career, you just felt like you were never being promoted, but you knew you could do a really good job. But then towards the end, people started seeing what you bring to the table. People started appreciating what you bring to the company, to the organization, to people's lives. So sometimes it is really important that slow and steady, especially with Capricorns, especially with Saturn, wins the race. Don't stress yourself out trying to burn yourself out, trying to go at 300 miles an hour, because if you're not doing a good job, it is not worth it. Because like I told you, Saturn is like that professor. It will just destroy everything. You feel like you get knocked off that mountain back to ground zero, and you have to climb again. So it is more better to be like that mountain goat. Go and watch those videos and just to be methodical, slowly. It doesn't matter if everyone else is going 100 miles an hour, because guess what? They cannot climb those vertical mountains. They cannot do it. Only the mountain goats can do it. So equally for you, when you go slowly, and you're understanding the challenge, and you're understanding and you're being methodical, you're stopping, you're learning, you're studying things that you don't understand, then the next step that you make, you're starting to see that things are starting to shift and move for you in a beautiful way. So the divine told you that you have new chapters, new beginnings that are here. Absolutely. You have the energies of the Page of Swords. Interestingly, we're talking about climbing to the top of the mountain. So indeed, you will be going all the way. And as you get to the top, this is when you finally hit the jackpot. This is when finally the golden opportunities start to flow in. This is when finally you feel that life is working for you. So can you see that our page is on a mountain and is taking step by step, like I was telling you. It's about being strategic. It's about going with methods and a plan and not rushing. And I told you, eventually when you get to the top, you will look back and you want to go and assist other people, because now you have the skills. Now you know how to navigate this landscape that is very complicated, but you were given it because you could absolutely scale this mountain like no one else can do. You do things different, okay? So the divine told you that it is important for you not to lose yourself to the struggle. Don't lose yourself halfway through the mountain. It is okay for you to stop. It is okay for you to rejuvenate. It is okay for you to collect yourself again before you start again. So it is important for you to understand that the card that is clarifying this energy is the energies of the Six of Swords. So the divine is saying to you, observe. Our warrior here is in prayer. Our warrior here is connecting to her guides, to her ancestors, because she understands that when you connect, you get divine assistance, because the energies of the Six of Swords is about receiving assistance. You are going through a turbulent situation. You are going through a lot of challenges. Can you see the water is very like turbulent and choppy? And you're just like, when are we going to get to the other side? I am tired of this. You stop, you pray, you ask your guides, your ancestors to come and assist you. And they say to you, okay, child, okay, you rest. We are going to paddle. And as you're resting, as you're recollecting your energy, your strength, as you're rejuvenating, as you were told before, okay, as you're rejuvenating, your guides and your ancestors are here giving you the wisdom about how to scale the next mountain and to get to the top, okay? So you start going from turbulent situations and challenges, and you start understanding the energies that you're working with. And as you start understanding the energies that you're working with, that you were born with, that are in your chart, you start going to the next phase with peace, with acceptance, with an energy of not giving up to the struggle, because you know that the struggle was part of your story, of your soul contract. And as you start navigating the waters that are here, that are turbulent, with your guides and your ancestors receiving the assistance that is here, you start entering a peaceful new chapter as a warrior, she's at peace. You start accepting the situation as it is, and you start having that inner wisdom to understand that things are going to work out just fine. And I suppose, in closing, remember the song that opened up this reading? Isn't it this perfect song that was for this reading? Isn't it the perfect song that is closing off this reading for us? So don't worry that you're going through turbulent situations. Don't worry that you're going through challenges. Don't worry, because everything is going to work out just fine. Everything is going to be all right, okay? So this is the message that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And again, all the different services that I offer are linked in the description box below. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'm going to see you very soon. It is a goodbye from me.